All right, today we're diving into a deceptively simple rule for achieving just, laser-like focus in your business. It's a framework with one single goal in mind, to clear the path to your first $1 million.
So let's kick things off with a quote that just turns everything you think you know on its head. Success here didn't come from adding more stuff to the plate. Nope, it came from a radical act of subtraction. And this one idea, that less is actually more, is the key to everything we're about to talk about.
This story leads us straight into a place that, let's be honest, a lot of entrepreneurs know way too well. We're going to call it the overload trap. It's that painful moment you realize that being busy and being profitable, well, they're two very, very different things.
So does this hit close to home? I mean, you're juggling a handful of projects. Your calendar is a total mess of activity. You feel like you're working nonstop, but when you actually look at the bottom line, the needle just isn't moving. You're just spinning your wheels and man, is it exhausting.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. We've all heard the term shiny object syndrome, right? But look at how our source material redefines it. It's a lack of skills disguised as an opportunity. Think about that. The idea is we jump to the next new thing, not because it's a better opportunity, but because we haven't built up the deep skill we need to make our current thing a massive success. Now that is a game-changing way to look at it.
So how in the world do you get out of this trap? Well, it's not about finding a better time management app. It's about a deep, fundamental shift in your mindset. It's all about understanding the power of no and completely redefining what focus even means.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have what most people think focus is. It's additive. We're always asking, what else can I do? But the real powerful definition of focus, it's subtractive. The question becomes, what can I eliminate? Real progress isn't about what you do, it's about what you choose not to do. So here's the bottom line. Focus isn't just some passive state of mind. It's an active, strategic, and honestly, often really difficult choice. Every single time you say no to something that's not your main thing, you're saying a huge, powerful yes to your real mission.
Okay, so that's the philosophy. But philosophy without action is pretty useless, right? So let's get tactical. Let's talk about the framework that turns this big idea into a concrete plan. This is the 11-11 rule.
So, it all starts with the number one. And this first one stands for one product. That's it. Forget about having a whole suite of services or a big catalog of goods. You focus on a single core offer. You master it, you iterate on it, you perfect it until you are without a doubt the best at it. All your energy goes into making this one thing just exceptional.
The second one is for one avatar. This is your single ideal customer. You're done trying to serve everybody. Instead, you pour all your energy, all your research, all your marketing into understanding and solving the problems of one very specific type of person. You need to know their hopes, their fears, and what they need even better than they do.
And the final one stands for one channel. How do you reach that one avatar with your one product? You don't try to be everywhere at once. You pick a single marketing or distribution channel, could be YouTube, could be SEO, could be email, whatever, and you go all in on becoming the absolute best in the world at it.
And here it is, all laid out. One product for one avatar through one channel. It sounds so simple, but it is profoundly difficult to actually do because it means you have to say no to literally everything else. This right here, this is the entire game plan.
And look, the level of commitment we're talking about here is, well, it's absolute. This isn't just about getting pretty good at your one channel. As the source material puts it, you don't even think about adding a second one until your first one is, and I quote, breaking world records. It's about total and complete mastery before you even consider branching out.
Okay, so we've got the rule, but where does all this intense discipline actually lead? Let's connect the dots between the framework and the big reward. This is how you focus to $1 million.
The 11-1 rule isn't just some clever productivity hack. It's a strategic pathway designed specifically to get you to your first $1 million in revenue. Its real power is in its simplicity. By getting rid of all the other variables, it forces you to solve the only problems that truly matter for growth.
So, why is this so powerful? Well, a few things happen. First, it creates this unstoppable momentum. By calling new opportunities what they often are, distractions, you just eliminate them. This forces you to get so good at your one thing that it becomes this massive competitive advantage. And finally, it gives you a dead simple way to know if you're on the right track or not. So at the end of the day, the real takeaway isn't about what you need to start doing. It's about what you need to stop doing. The power is in elimination. Which brings us to the final and most important question for you to think about.
Based on all this, what is the one thing you're going to say no to today?